Most people think financial stress comes from bad decisions, but in reality, it usually comes from change. A job loss, a medical bill, a move, a family emergency, an income shift that no one planned for. Life changes quietly, and then all at once. And when it does, most money systems panic. Bills pile up. Decisions feel urgent. Every choice feels permanent. And people start making moves they never thought they would. Not because they're reckless, because their money system was never designed for disruption. Welcome to Money Science AR. Today we're talking about how calm money systems protect you when life changes unexpectedly, without panic, without drastic decisions, and without turning one bad moment into a long-term setback. Let's start with something uncomfortable. Most financial advice is built for stable lives, stable income, stable expenses, stable routines. But real life isn't stable. Careers change, health fluctuates, families grow, costs rise. And when change hits, most people don't fail financially because they lack knowledge. They fail because their system has no shock absorbers. A calm money system doesn't prevent life from changing. It prevents change from turning into chaos. Here's the first difference you'll notice. When life shifts suddenly, stressed systems force immediate decisions. Should I use credit? Should I stop saving? Should I cash out long-term accounts? Should I downgrade everything right now? Urgency takes over. Calm systems delay urgency. They don't eliminate stress, but they slow it down. And slowing things down is everything. Because most financial damage doesn't come from the event itself. It comes from the decisions made in panic afterward. Calm money systems are built with the assumption that something will go wrong eventually. Not because you're pessimistic, because you're realistic. That's why they include buffers, emergency funds, cash flow margin, lower fixed commitments. These aren't exciting, they don't feel productive. But when life changes, they buy something priceless. Time. Time to think. Time to breathe. Time to respond instead of react. That's the first layer of protection. Another difference appears in how calm systems handle income changes. Most stress systems are optimized for normal. Every dollar is assigned. Every bill depends on full income. There's no room for fluctuation. So when income dips, even temporarily, the whole structure wobbles. Calm systems are built with variability in mind. They don't assume every month will look the same. They don't require perfect timing. They can operate at less than 100%. This doesn't mean living poorly, it means living flexibly. Flexibility is what prevents drastic decisions. Now let's talk about psychology. When life changes suddenly, the brain shifts into survival mode. Short-term thinking, risky shortcuts, just get through this month. This is where people drain retirement accounts, stack debt, or lock themselves into bad trade-offs, not because they're careless, because they feel trapped. Calm money systems reduce that feeling of being trapped. They don't remove pressure, they reduce the intensity of it. When pressure is lower, judgment improves. And judgment matters more than spreadsheets during chaos. Another quiet protection comes from simplicity. Calm systems are simple on purpose. Fewer accounts, clear priorities, predictable flows. Complex systems collapse under stress. When life is already complicated, money shouldn't add cognitive load. Calm money systems are easy to understand even when you're tired. That's not an accident. Now think about this. When life changes, most people feel the need to fix everything at once. Cancel everything. Sell everything. Change everything. That urge is dangerous. Calm money systems prevent overcorrection. Because they're not built on extremes. They don't require drastic upgrades when times are good, so they don't require drastic cuts when times are bad. That symmetry matters. If your lifestyle never ballooned aggressively, it doesn't need to implode suddenly. That's how calm systems protect dignity during disruption. Another important difference is how calm systems treat long-term money during short-term stress. Stressed systems treat long-term accounts like emergency exits. Calm systems treat them like protected ground. They create enough short-term support, so long-term plans don't need to be sacrificed at the first sign of trouble. That separation is critical. Because the most expensive financial mistakes are usually long-term sacrifices made for short-term relief. Calm systems don't eliminate hard choices, they prevent irreversible ones. You'll also notice how calm money systems change emotional language. Instead of "I'm failing," it becomes "this is a temporary phase." Instead of "I need to fix everything now," it becomes "what's the next stable step?" Instead of "I messed up," it becomes "what does the system need right now?" That language shift reduces shame. And shame is what causes people to abandon good systems during bad moments. Calm money systems are forgiving. They expect disruption. They allow adjustment. They don't punish imperfection. That's why they survive change. One more subtle protection shows up after the crisis passes. When life stabilizes again, calm systems don't need rebuilding from scratch. They bend and then return. Savings resume. Automation continues. Long-term goals stay intact. There's no sense of starting over. That continuity is powerful. It preserves momentum. And momentum is what keeps people moving forward after difficult chapters. Here's the quiet truth. Most people don't need better advice for emergencies. They need systems that make emergencies survivable. Calm money systems aren't dramatic. They're not impressive. They don't show off resilience. They just quietly prevent damage. If this video felt grounding instead of energizing, that's intentional. Calm isn't exciting, but calm keeps options open. And when life changes unexpectedly, options matter more than plans. If you've ever made a financial decision in panic and regretted it later, this isn't about blaming yourself. It's about recognizing that the system you were using didn't protect you when you needed it most. And systems can be redesigned. In the next video, we'll explore how to manage money without feeling restricted. I'll see you in the next video on Money Science AR.